Hello everyone and welcome back to Dr. Shourabh's classes. So today we are tackling a question from the Madras School of Economics entrance examination. Now MSc is the Hogwarts of the economics in India, minus the magic wands, but with plenty of dark arts like econometrics. It's prestigious, it's intense, and their questions are designed to catch if you were just memorizing the formulas like a parrot. So let's dive into the question first. So question says, consider a function f maps R to R where R denotes the set of the real numbers. If x and y x greater than equal to y, if x greater than equal to fy, then f is continuous, convex, concave and quasi-convex. Okay. So let's solve it. Just give me a second. So basically it's telling us that if x gets bigger, fx stays the same or gets bigger. Now the function is non-decreasing, like monotonically increasing. It's like your age. It only goes up, never down, no matter how much anti-aging cream you buy. Now look at our option number A. That is continuous. Right. Now, does a non-decreasing function have to be smooth? Imagine a staircase. You step up, you stay flat, you step up, and is it non-decreasing? Yes. Is it continuous? No. There is a giant gap where you could lose your car keys. So A is out. Now come to the option number B and C. That is convex and concave. Now this requires specific curves. A S-shaped curve can be non-decreasing, but it's concave for a bit and convex for a bit. It's moody, so it does not have to be just one. So B and C are gone. Now the option number D, that is the quasi-convex. But why? Is it just the last man standing? Let's talk about the quasi-convexity. Now, a function is quasi-convex if its lower level sets are convex. A function is quasi-convex if it does not have a peak in the middle. It can go down then up like U, and it can just go up or just go down. Okay, so every monotonic function is both quasi-convex and quasi-concave. Okay, but why is that? Because a monotonic function never doubles back on itself. It never creates a hump or a dip that violates the rules. Since our function is x greater than equal to y, if x greater than equal to fy, it is monotonic. Therefore, it's legally obligated to be quasi-convex. Okay, so if you want to impress your date at an economics mixture, yes, those exist and they are as nerdy as they sound. So here is the formal logic. A function is quasi-convex if for all x, y and I'm writing a function is quasi-convex if for all x, y and lambda is in 0, 1. So f of lambda x plus 1 minus lambda y less than equal to max of fx fy. Now since our function is non-decreasing, if we assume x greater than 1 or y, then max of fy is fx. Any point between x and y, the lambda part will be less than or equal to x. Now since f is non-decreasing, if anything less than equal to x must be less than equal to fx. Okay, so the condition holds, so it's quasi-convex. Okay, now in the MSc examination they love testing the boundaries of the definitions, so don't assume pretty properties like continuity or the differentiability unless the question explicitly gives them to you. So math is a cold hard world, don't give it more credit than it deserves. So property is what? Monotonic non-decreasing. Step functions are discontinuous but monotonic. Now fx is x's cube. Fx is equal to x's cube is monotonic but changes from the concave to convex at x is equal to 0. This is the counted example for option number B and C, and the winner option is the quasi-convex and also quasi-concave. In the options there is only quasi-convex, so it is quasi-convex. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you. See you in the next session, guys. Bye bye.